My name's Davene Kaplan. I'm the park maintenance supervisor for the city of Reno, and I've been doing that for 15 years. I started this community garden 14 years ago with donations from the neighborhood advisory boards. We've gotten public grants. We have put this whole entire garden program together at no cost to the city. Everything in here has either been donated or grants or scrounged or recycled or repurposed. It's just been a fantastic community program. We've had all kinds of groups participating in our garden here, from Bernice Matthews Elementary School. We've had Easter seals. We have kids coming through here. We have seniors participating, and we also grow to give a portion of what we produce here to a charity every year. So it's just a fantastic program. It's open to the public, and I would like to see it go another 14 years. So.
What gets planted here, and who usually plants stuff? Like, is there a certain limit to what people can plant and what they can plant here?
That's a really good question, because we get that all the time. Because we have different plots available that people can garden. If you can pan over to some of the smaller plots, they're roughly about 5 feet by 10 feet, and those are individual garden plots in the ground, and people can rent those, and they can grow pretty much what they want in there. Anything you can stuff in a small plot without expanding the borders. You can grow tomatoes, peppers, eggplant, tomatillos, just a whole array of garden vegetables in that tiny little space. There's a couple things we don't want people to grow. In fact, you'll see it all planted all over here. It's mint and other invasive perennial plants that keep coming back every year. So we've limited certain plants that we don't want in the garden just because they become invasive. We also have these large group areas, one that we're standing in and a couple over on the other side of the garden, that groups can come in. We've had corporations come in with just people that are working, and they can garden. We've had a couple that came in that just grew to donate to charity. There's all kinds of opportunities to do that. So we also have some raised beds. You'll see we have a small raised bed and then a large raised bed. So people that have disabilities can come in. You can get a wheelchair in here. You can, some people can't bend down that easily, so we've got different opportunities for people of all abilities to come and garden. And they can pretty much grow whatever they can. You know, it's challenging sometimes because we have a bad squirrel population that likes to annihilate and eat everything they can get their little mitts on, and so if you come back and see what we've got at the end of the year, you'll see gardens that look like Fort Knox because we're trying to keep the squirrels out. So people have done all kinds of creative things to try to put chicken wire and netting and stuff, but they still manage to come in and steal our stuff. But there's enough to go around, so we just tolerate them as best we can. So, yeah.
One more question.
Sure.
Do people come to plant things here, like vegetables, for their own living? Like, do they do that so that they don't have to buy stuff in other major company stores that sell things here?
You know,
fresh produce?
That's a really good question too, because interviewing people over all these years, everybody has kind of a story of why they want to garden, and that's certainly one of the reasons people grow for their own subsistence here, really, and they depend on this garden for their food. Some people come just for the recreation. Some people come just because they're addicted to gardening, and half the time they just give it all away. They just love to come in here. It's a really good social outlet for a lot of people, especially seniors that live around these communities here. So yeah, people come for all different kinds of reasons, but definitely I've heard things from, I don't trust the food anymore, the tomatoes, the spinach, I want to grow my own food, I want to know what's in my food, I don't want to trust anybody for, putting things in my food that I don't know about. And so there's been that faction of folks that you know, that's the main purpose that they're here, to you know, just have fun. So
does anybody try to keep it organic, or do you guys spray chemicals or do anything like that?
we don't allow, we're not officially organic because there's a whole process that you have to do to get be certified for to be an organic garden. We really encourage that. We don't allow any kind of pesticides in here, only organic type pesticides. So we don't spray, we don't allow people to spray any kind of you know, insect killer that's not organic. We do let people use fertilizers. We try to really limit and teach people that it's not such a great idea to keep putting petroleum-based fertilizers on for a number of reasons. And so for the most part, people try to really stay as organic as they possibly can. And yeah, we definitely ban any kind of sprays in here.
Thank you.
Thank you. Okay.
Very nice job.
And maybe we could get a film over
It was
here.
made by someone in the community that got it donated, and they made a mosaic and put it together.
Take a shot of it. I'm so glad. I was thinking I would be perfect. So.